What's going on, guys, and welcome to my Tampa Bay Cup or Bust. Sorry for the long wait on this one. I was hoping there'd be the playoff rosters, and obviously I just wanted to wait for that to come out, use the most recent rosters, and I decided to just kind of overhaul it and make a bunch of changes, add a ton of new creative players. So it did take a while there. Apologies. I say that almost every one of these now, I feel, but the next five, hopefully the next 5 weeks. Top players there: Kucherov, Hedman, and Stamkos. Obviously, Tampa Bay Lightning were the best team by far in the regular season this year. I think tied for like the second best or even the best regular season team of all time. You can see there 94 overall. So usually I call these things a rebuild. Tampa Bay doesn't really need rebuilt. Like maybe by the third year we have to get kind of clever. Even the second year, honestly, with the salary cap, we're definitely gonna lose some players. More of a retool than anything. Atlantic Division, Toronto's only an overall behind us, surprisingly. We pretty much guaranteed a playoff spot. I would say about 50% of these first year franchise sims I do, Tampa Bay wins. If not 50, like it's pretty close. So we're stacked. If we make any trades, we'll definitely be kind of giving away salary for the future, just kind of being proactive. Salary cap and computer trades are on there. Obviously, too, we're going to be making it all the most authentic settings. So game style is going to be full sim. Injuries, though, are off because I hate all the notifications we get from them. Period length there, 20 minutes as well, make it authentic. Not sure if Superstar matters. I guess maybe for like if we sim the last minute or something, even if we're not playing, maybe Superstar would affect the gameplay. Salary cap on, trade difficulty there is hard. Everything else is off. And as always, guys, we also have our own set of rules. Unlimited free agent signings, so that way the summers are more fun. Max 5 trades per year. CPU offers, though, are a bonus. Cannot trade picks past 2021. And we have to keep at least 3 picks per draft, just so we don't, completely ruin the franchise's future. And as always, guys, we have our own list of created players. We actually have a ton more now. If you missed my last video on the custom roster I made, a bunch of new players here. So there's probably too many to name, but I'm just going to go through showing you guys them all. You can see their ratings there. I guess if you haven't seen that video yet, you'll know the potential once we get to it. Some of the guys, like Brad Lambert there is 14, will never matter for the Cup or Bust because we're only doing the first 3 years. Shishorkin's now medium elite. I guess I could point out some important stuff. A lot of the guys too, like Wallstedt's 2021, so that'd be the last season, like it'd end right before that draft, so also doesn't really matter too much. But Gusev's now there on Vegas. Again, lots of new created players. A bit more of a focus on franchise, though, because we do have a lot of younger prospects now. And on the line this episode, guys, is something that actually was suggested in the last Cup or Bust, and that is I have to use this shocking pen for each season that we lose. So if we win 3 Stanley Cups, this thing's not going to get opened. I'll just return it back to the store. If we lose all 3 years, obviously that's 3 shocks. If we win 2 cups, 1 cup, 2. I'm not sure, obviously, how powerful it is. This thing is still in the packaging, so hopefully it stays that way. Let's get this thing started. Alright, guys, so now I'll show you the team we have to work with. Like I already mentioned, we're stacked. Team status there is champion. I've been messing around with the lines. I'm hoping what I've got here is like the best possible thing. So Stamkos on the wing, Braden Point in the middle, and Kucherov on the right wing there on the first line. Kucherov and Stamkos obviously are great shooters. Braden Point's a very good center. He's got good defensive stats. He's fast. Also got a good shot, good passing. I feel like in this game, because they play the first line so much more no matter what, might as well stack with their 3 best players. Gord, Johnson, Palatz, I think a solid second line. Clorn, Sorelli, and Miller there on the third, with Ernie, Joseph, and Paquette on the fourth. Obviously, tons of depth here. There's a reason this team had 62 wins. Hedman, McDonough there, the top pair on defense. You got Strawman, Sergachev on the second pair, Coburn and Ruda on the third. Obviously, Sergachev, medium elite potential. Usually gets to like an 86 at least by the end of the first season. Goalies there, Vasilevsky starter, 89 overall, medium elite as well, so he could hopefully get to the 90s. Dominguez, kind of a lower rated backup, 78 overall. Probably doesn't matter too much, but if we can get a cheap backup that's 80 plus, definitely we'll do that. Also show you guys special team power play. First unit there, pretty insane, I'd say. Second unit, honestly, pretty much a really good second unit, I'd say as well. 4-man power play there, just our best 4 forwards, 4 defensemen, penalty kill, 3-man penalty kill, trying to give some of the guys a bit of a break. Also show you the AHL team here quick. AHL team honestly isn't too bad. I got Callahan, Barry, just to give us an extra $1 million there for the salary cap. The rest of it's kind of average. Do have some good potentials though. I think Kachuk and Radish both medium top 6. Defense here, so I got Girardi buried as well. Gives us an extra $1 million salary cap relief. Cernak is more of an AHL guy at 77. Starting goalie there, Ingram, 68 overall, low starter, which actually isn't too bad. So really happy, obviously, with where this team's already at. I'm going to try and trade away, actually, a couple players here, as I think we only have about a couple of roster spots. I'd like to sign some of the younger free agents. So I'll actually show you guys right now just like the trade values for this team. Obviously, they're pretty insane. I actually only have one roster spot open. Hedman there is at the max, Stamkos max, Kucherov max, at least the max as I can see. Like, there's no gray area unless maybe use a microscope. Brain Point's really close, same with Sergachev. McDonough there's a lead as well. Bunch of top 6 guys too. Might have noticed as well, we had like, what, $4 million in cap space, so obviously going to try and work with that. Can't do anything really for next year, though, as Kucherov gets a $5 million raise, and Point's going to get a big raise. Tampa pretty much always loses him in franchise, so I'm going to do my best to keep him. I feel like they must be re-signing Sergachev, or sorry, not Sergachev, Strawman, a bunch of other people that, you know, you should be keeping Point over. Foot, obviously, solid prospect, going to be making the come up, hopefully, sometime in the next couple of years. Girardi you can definitely trade. He's in the AHL right now, so I'll probably look to do that. I doubt anyone takes Callahan. I was looking through here. Obviously, like, we do have a lot to work with. Draft pick-wise, we still have our first-round pick, which is nice. Obviously, they didn't win the Cup, so they didn't lose it. No second or fifth. That's about it. Still have the first in 2020. So, like, we're in a pretty good spot. Goalies here, Vasilevsky, tons of value, like I mentioned. Definitely be keeping him, though. He turns into, like, one of the best goalies in this game. So, we're in a really good spot. $4 million in cap space. We'll see what's out there. Again, really backup goalie, and then, you know, clearing cap space for next year is really our only kind of moves we need to make. So right now, guys, I'm actually trying to make a small trade with the Flyers, offering them Louis Domingue, who obviously, like I said, is a little lower rated, 78 overall, 26, who's only got 1 year left to grow, and then this Salda prospect here, 60 overall, 19-year-old defenseman, medium top 6. There's a 7th round pick. Like, geez, Tampa Bay just always does. Like, they're new to Detroit, essentially, in drafting. Hopefully, Eisman brings some of that back to Detroit. I knew Philly had a ton of goalies. Obviously, Carter Hart, Talbot, Elliott, Neuwirth. They had both Talbot and Elliott on the block. Elliott's a bit cheaper. 81 overall for a backup. 1 year left. I feel like that's a pretty fair trade for us here. So we'll see what Philly says. And they're going through with it. So I like that. Just gives us a bit more insurance there in the backup spot. And next year, guys, I'm offering Buffalo 5 players. Girardi's in the mix, obviously in the AHL for us, but could be top 6 guy for them. AHL top 2 D, 7th D, 2 low top 9s that they want for a 3rd rounder. I feel like even though the values went on our side, they probably still say no. Trades rejected. Yeah, so I mean, after that, they have like some 4ths and stuff. It's actually a San Jose 4th. Maybe we ask for that. Buffalo 6th. They say no to this. Could ask for just the 4th. Okay, they say yes. So, again, we didn't need Girardi. He was in the AHL. And I wanted to move some contracts. Like I was saying, there's some good free agents available. The one guy I've actually never seen before. I'm surprised, or never seen before, sorry, in free agency. Let me bring him up here. Axel Anderson. 58 overall, 18 years old. Top 4D potential. I'm going to give him the max contract. Drafted by the Bruins there. 2nd round pick, 2018. I'm not sure why he's in free agency. Obviously, Bruins are probably at like 50 out of 50 contracts, but I am sure there's a worse player that they could have go to free agency opposed to this guy. So, doesn't make any sense to me. He wants 1 year, so I guess we'll just do that. Or do I give him... Because I want to make sure we get him. I could do like a one-way deal, and I'll do that, and then I'll give him more money. I think we can bury up to 1.2. We'll just do like I'll do 1 million. 75k more than everyone else, and if he's buried, still costs us nothing. Hopefully it doesn't say something like, I want a 2-way deal. I want to get paid less than the AHL. That would annoy me. Also, Mallinston here, 2065. We got him on the Thrashers. I believe he's like the best of the top 9, so we'll offer him 925k. Thing is, Tampa actually does have a lot of good prospects, so might be getting that message like, oh, too many guys that are similar to me. Elvins here is 19, so just an extra year to grow. I don't think he was available, actually, with Atlanta. And I don't think there's any other 19-year-olds. The next best would be 20s. Good amount of 21s, but 21 mid-60, like, it's really not ideal. So if we get all 3 of them, that's 6. We can only get 2. We'll take the 2 62s. I looked for goalies. There wasn't really anyone good. Of course, obviously, we have to get these guys, but I feel like, you know, they should sign with us. We're the best team, so hopefully they'll say yes. And as you can see here, that Mallinson guy did accept. He was the best of the forwards available. Still have yet to hear from any of the other ones, though. Sompi there accepts. Same with Elvins, From, and Anderson, the defenseman, so that's awesome. So I just stepped to the end of November, guys. As you can see, our record's only 13, 11, and 2. Has me a little bit worried, but I feel like we'll sim it another month till the end of December before we make any drastic changes. Hopefully it's just a fluke, but I guess we'll find out. So we're approaching the trade deadline now, guys. Buffalo just offered us Allmark a 5th and a 7th for a 3rd. Obviously, have our backup in Elliott. We actually were pretty good at the end of December. We were like 5-6 games above 500. Unfortunately, since then, we regressed back to about 500. And we're not only about, a week away from the deadline, kind of stuck. So I'm going to try and make a move at the deadline. I don't know why this team is playing the way they are. Like, I honestly can't wrap my head around it. Like, they always do so much better than this. For them to be doing this poorly, I know we are positive, but we're literally the best team in the game. And we've improved our backup goaltending. It makes no sense. So we still are in a playoff spot, but you can see there's quite a divide. Like, Boston's a clear-cut number 1, Toronto clear-cut number 2, and then we're just barely 3rd there above Montreal and Buffalo. So we gotta make something happen. Braden points are the leading score there, 53 points in 62 games. Obviously, starting that first line between Stamkos and Kucherov, I feel like he should be doing even better than that. They're both just under 50. Like, they're only getting... Points got the most there at 20 minutes. I mean, they're all together on that first power play minute, but he is on the 2nd penalty kill, I think, so maybe that's where he gets that little bit of extra ice time. I'm not sure why they're not getting more ice time than that. Like, they definitely need to be playing more, so I don't know. It's tough to improve the best team, and obviously, too, all we can literally add is rentals, but I'm sure we can make something happen. So right here, guys, trying to get traded the Carolina Hurricanes for Michael Ferland. Obviously, solid player. For us, he'd probably be on the 4th line, honestly, but would definitely be an upgrade. Just give us some secondary scoring. Also, obviously, he's a big guy, something we don't really have on this team. So they want Andreoff for some reason. He's actually in the AHL, so they can have him. Also, Connor Ingram here. I was going to hold on to, but I mean, I thought about it. He's got low starter potential. Usually, you can find medium starter goalies in later rounds in the draft pretty easily. So I feel like if it gets us Ferland, I'm willing to give him up. The value's on our side, I think, by a little bit. They want both things. Ferland's on the block. Let's see what they say. And trades rejected. I thought that was more than fair, to be honest. It must be close, though. So let's give them, I don't know, our 6th round pick on top of that. I was thinking a 7th, but let's just do the 6th. And there we go. Okay, so still, I think that's a pretty good ad there for relatively cheap price. Trying to get a trade Detroit here, which I think is going to help us out now and in the future. Trying to get a trade here for Hronek. Obviously, solid young defenseman, 21 years old, 80 overall, medium top 4 potential. The big thing, though, with him, $700K for the next 3 years. Obviously, we're a team that's not going to have a lot of salary space. Offering them Ruda, who's the same rating, but was he 7 years older? They want him, though. Also, Kachuk here, 70 overall, top 6 potential. We have him and Radish are pretty much like the same thing, so he actually helps push this trade in our value, or sorry, on our side for the value. Now, Hronek's on the block, so it still might take even more than this. Megan there is simply just an add-on. We'll see what they say first. Trade rejected. Sweeten the value just a touch, though. Okay, so, I mean, usually medium top 6 potential forward is about equal to the top 4D, so I'm trying to think draft picks here. I'd like to keep that 3rd round pick. Could add, hopefully we do better than the Sharks. Maybe the Sharks 4th rounder there gets this done. And there we go. So I think that's honestly a very good trade for us. Like I was saying, going to help us out a lot in the future. And we can still make one more trade, so I'll see if there's anything else out there. Final trade I'm trying to make here is the New York Rangers for Tony DeAngelo. Obviously, solid young defenseman. 23 years old there, 81 overall, medium top 4. Really good offensive stats. Like, his hands there are as good as a winger's hand. He's also fast. Good shot. He's making like an entry-level deal right now, and I think he's extended at $2.6 million for 2 more years. So for our team, obviously, like I've already mentioned, salary cap's kind of everything to try and make this team continue to compete. Hopefully this year's the fluke, at least the first 5 months. And yeah, $2.6 million. So I'm offering them Axel Anderson there. He's our big free agent signing. Top 4D potential as well. Younger, 58 overall. Good amount of value. And then Coburn there, who D'Angelo's going to be replacing, they actually want as well. So it was tough to find a team that wanted a veteran defenseman and a young guy. So the Rangers worked out well. They had D'Angelo. Value's on our side. I think we might have to add like a mid-round pick, but I'd be willing to do it. We'll see what they say. And trades accepted just like that. I mean, Tampa and the Rangers have always been good trade buddies. So there you go. Trade deadline's done, but I think we made some nice additions there, and obviously a lot to help the future as well. So after the trade deadline, guys, here's an updated look at our team. I decided since we weren't playing that well anyways, might as well just go with best lines, hope for the best. So they have Palat, Stamkos, and Kucherov as the first line. Gord, Point, and Miller on the second. Kaloran, Johnson, and Ferland there on the third, with Ernie, Cirelli, and Joseph on the fourth. Defense there, Hedman and McDonough still the top pair, starting with Strawman and Sergachev on the second. Completely new bottom pair. We got Hronek and D'Angelo, obviously younger, cheaper. I'm hoping it's good for the future. Goalies haven't changed, clearly. Special teams, though. So I went with best lines here as well. They now have Kucherov on the left, Stammer on the right, so we'll try that. Defense is the same. Palat, Johnson, Gord there with D'Angelo and McDonough. So we're out the end of the season here, guys, with a record of 43, 32, and 7, so 93 points. We should be a playoff team. After the deadline, we actually played pretty good hockey. So I think those additions helped. Probably even maybe using best lines helped. Finished third there in the division. Boston, Toronto did stay above us. No other team in the Atlantic making the playoffs. Stamkos, though, pretty solid year, like almost a point per game, which in this sim isn't too bad. 26 goals there, 50 assists. So we'll see how everyone did, and then we'll also take a look and see where we finished in the entire league there for the standings. Kucherov 73, points still finished with 72. I think that we had 60 before the deadline, so I went down to the second line, put up 12 points. Time on ice there, 18, 17. Still got a bit more there because we definitely won the PK as well originally. Miller 47 after that pretty big drop off. Johnson didn't even have 40. Same with Gord. Hedman, you'd like to see a bit more than 34. Sergachev, though, 33. He's up to an 85. I mean, a lot of guys, I guess, around the 30 mark. Tampa, though, I think had, what was it, like 3 40-goal scorers in real life or something like that. It was pretty ridiculous. Whatever they had, they were, like, stacked. Vasilevsky, so yeah, his stats were not that good. I noticed it originally. 31-27. 4 shutouts, .911 save percentage, 2.67 goals against. Brian Elliott's are so much better. He's 12-8, .927, 2.04. I don't know why Vasilevsky's are so bad. Sometimes the backups are better, but like his are much better. And usually you have a kind of average starter. Vasilevsky's one of the better goalies in this game, so it really doesn't make much sense at all. We'll check now who the leading scorer is in the entire league. It was McDavid, so that's good at least. Some realism there, 90 points. Kane 88, Ovi there 50 goals, had 86. Tavares, Tarasenko, Kuznetsov, DeBrincat, Sagan, Kessel. I'm guessing Ovi won the Rooster Shard there. He did with 50 goals. So the rest of the sim, worked out pretty well. I'd say our new custom rosters don't look too bad. I'm not sure. I think maybe just unlucky year here for Tampa. Even though we are still in the playoffs, we can still win the Stanley Cup. But in terms of the regular season, I think they'd probably take a worse regular season record and not getting swept first round. So we have here Boston, San Jose 1-2, potential Stanley Cup final. Definitely be my pick right now, even before, obviously, Boston started beating Carolina. Winnipeg, Toronto, Minnesota, Washington. Okay, so so far a lot of actual playoff teams. Islanders squeak in, so we got 15th and in. Pittsburgh there, should be one more. Philadelphia, are you kidding me? So the Atlantic didn't have a single wildcard team, and the East was so bad in general. Philly gets in, 20th, 88 points. Buffalo... let's see, Montreal, New York Florida, Detroit, Ottawa, yeah. Atlantic really sucked. Detroit, good chance to get Jack Hughes there. So, obviously, like I said, all that really matters is the playoffs. So, we'll see if we're playing in the first round and hope for the best. Actually, we're going to be playing Toronto in the first round because we're finished third there. But let's go take a look at Toronto's lines. I doubt they made any changes. We'll see kind of, too, if they can maybe keep Marner in this sim, as I'm going to do my best to keep Braden Point. So Nylander's actually up to an 85. Tavares, Marner, Janssen, Matthews, Marlowe. Looks pretty much the same. They got Joris there on the right wing, opposed to either like the GOAT or maybe call up one of the guys in the AHL. Defense, basically the top 6. Goalies. So yeah, they haven't made any changes at all. It's going to be a tough first round matchup, but as long as we don't get swept, we'll do better than the real life Lightning. So like I was saying, guys, we're playing the Maple Leafs here in the first round. They do have the home ice advantage. First 2 games are in Toronto. And we lose the first 2 games. Oh no. If this is a repeat of real life, even after those trades, like I thought we made the team a lot better at least. We'll find out here. We're heading home to Tampa. Come on. Please. Please let us win one. There we go. 4-0 shutout win. 3-1 win. Series is tied. Okay. I was just hoping for 1 win. Let's see what we can do here in the next 2. Games 5, Game 6. Lose again in Toronto. Win again in Tampa. So... Game 7, haven't won in Toronto yet. Come on. Hopefully the boys get it done. And there we go. So, losing 7 in the Maple Leafs. At least it wasn't a sweep. Unfortunately, though, we do have to shock ourselves once because of that. I can't, like I said, I think, honestly, close to half the time, Tampa Bay, like the computer Tampa Bay, wins the Stanley Cup first year, and it just didn't look like it was going to happen for this team, so hopefully next year's our year. And check this out, guys. Draft lottery results are in. Colorado, they're picking first overall via Ottawa. They're going to be stacked because they have Cale Makar now, who's really good, 81, medium elite. They're getting Jack Hughes. Watch out for them next year. Arizona second, so they'll get Kakko. Detroit third. Curious to see who they take. In real life, I think they take Byram. In this game, he usually drops, so I doubt it'll be him. 2, they could even have a creative player added. We'll see. So yeah, Wozniewski here, he's created, supposed to be pretty good. He's ranked 3rd, so maybe Detroit actually will take him. It's usually, if there's 1, there's usually 2. Yeah, so there's Byram all the way down at 10 or 12 based on either our scouts rank or Central Scouting. You got Newhook there. Again, we tried to make this first round of the 2019 draft as realistic as possible. Even the second round really should be pretty realistic. You can see Sider there at the end, Hinola, Hoglander, Guskov there on the Knights, Honka, Bjornfot, Vlasic. So yeah, Spencer Knight I think too. Usually he's a gem. He's guaranteed medium elite. Supposed to go 40s. So if we get back into the first round, or Scarlet there, gem, medium top 6. Honestly, I'd probably just take Knight with our first round pick. Let's see, Sereda, 117, guaranteed medium elite. That's a good pick. So that's like 4th round, I think. Make sure to take this guy. If we can get a medium elite guy with our first round pick, get back into the second, get Knight, we could have an insane draft. So let's see what happens. Also, guys, want to show you the awards and all that good stuff. As you can see there, the Toronto Maple Leafs are your Stanley Cup champions. So lost to the eventual champions, which isn't, too bad. Braden Point actually led our team in playoff points, 6 assists there in 7 games. Didn't score a goal, but he still definitely did his part. We'll see who Toronto beat after us. So they beat Boston in 5, finally get by the Bruins. Islanders beat Penguins in 7, then Leafs beat Islanders in 7, and then the Ducks there in the final in 6. So the Ducks were not there in real life. They take out Winnipeg, Nashville, and Vegas. All 3 of those teams were first round exits in real life, so kind of interesting there. Take a look at the awards now. So Toronto, you know that. Boston, Anaheim, Toronto. Player awards, McDavid, Yard Ross, 3rd straight year. Good to see him actually win it. A lot of times doesn't get that many points in franchise. Dubnyk with the Hart. You almost never see a goalie get the Hart trophy. I gotta go check out what his stats were. They must have been insane. Riley, James Norris, DeBrincat, Lady Bing, Peterson, Calder, Anderson, Conn Smythe. Dubnyk obviously also got the Vezina. Rask, though, had the William Jennings. DeKaiser, Bill Masterson, Stahl, Selke. Dubnyk also got Ted Lindsay. And then Ovi Maurice Richard. So Dubnyk absolutely went off. Player awards, Vesalainen, most points. Also MVP. Wallstrom almost always gets most goals. Vesalainen, outstanding rookie. Nielsen, best goalie. Hosang, what he gets? Sportsmanship. Pellich, community involvement. Okay. And who won the AHL? San Diego Gulls. So I don't even think our team made the playoffs. Let me go check right now. Dubnyk, like, to get Ted Lindsay, all that stuff, you have to put up some insane numbers. So how, like, Vasilevsky had such a bad year for us, and then Dubnyk just went off for the Minnesota Wild, I have no idea, but let's check out here what his stats were. I know Dumba went up in rating to, like, an 88, so Dubnyk's already up 1 to a 90. Hopefully they have the stats here. Okay, 44 wins, .939, oh my god, so that's insane. For regular season, he had a basically a .94 save percentage and a 1.85 goals against, like less than 2 goals a game in the regular season. Like in the playoffs, those are like Conn Smythe numbers. To have that throughout the regular season for 71 games too. He played 71 games. That's insane. All right, guys, right now I'm trying to get traded with Anaheim, 13th overall, so have them drop back 5 spots for 3rd round pick in 2021 and Cedric Paquette. Obviously, this is the St. Louis Blues pick, so Ducks, made the Stanley Cup final, lost to the Leafs. Picks on the block. Values, I think, about equal, maybe even on our side. We'll see what they say here. And trade is rejected. Quite far off, they say. I mean, 5 spots, I know does guess, make us go from top 6 to elite, or actually, it goes from high top 6 to elite. So, you know what? Screw it. Let's take somebody we don't usually take. We'll keep the 18th pick. We got to trade back in, though, to make sure we get Spencer Knight. I'm curious to kind of see who's available here. And they're playing hardball with us. So Cam York just got taken at 17. Newhook 16. Byram at 15. Man, I thought I was going to go way earlier than that. That's such a good pick. Broberg, Krebs, Soderstrom. So actually, Broberg went to the Ducks. Soderstrom, Boldy, Zegras, Turcotte, Caulfield, Cousins, Doc, put Coles in. That Wozniewski created guy. Kako, Hughes. Okay, so a lot of guys here we actually can take that would be pretty good. Suzuki's high top 6. Kaliev's high top 6. I think Lavoie is high. Oh, man, I think he's just medium, actually. Brink, I believe, is medium as well. And Harley there's medium top 4. Same with Sider. Hinola, Hoglanders. Okay, so we're going to go, I think, Kaliev, Suzuki. I think they're both 70s. I should remember since, well, I know Suzuki is. Kaliev, I'm the one who, like, edited his stats. So we go Kaliev here. He's ranked slightly higher, so I feel like we go for it. And 70 overall, medium top 6. I thought he was a high top 6. That sucks, but not that bad a pick still at 18. Now we definitely have to trade back in, though, for the early second round pick. Make sure we get Spencer Knight. All right, guys, so now offering Ottawa Killorn, a 3rd in 2021, and a 2019 7th rounder for the 32nd overall pick, which is the first pick in the second round. We'll see what they say. The value's pretty equal. Their pick's actually on the block. And trade goes through. I mean, I figured Ottawa needs some players. Spencer Knight's rank is 40, so we're picking 32. We should be okay there. They don't usually reach that far in this. We'll see who got taken after Kaliev. Sometimes there's like a creative player I missed. So Lavoie, Brink, Suzuki. Yeah, I forgot Suzuki and Kaliev down to medium top 6. Harley might actually have more value at medium top 4. Usually it's about the same though, so it doesn't look like we missed out on really anyone. I'd say Kaliev was about the best pick. And right now we're taking Spencer Knight. So he's the next best player available. And definitely going to be more than happy with this pick. They're saying this guy here is a gem, but he's another medium top 6, which means he might be a bit higher rated. It's tough to take a risk on him, though, knowing Knight's here. So I am curious to see what happens with him, but very happy Spencer Knight there. 62 overall, medium elite. Cannot be upset. All right, now, guys, Edmonton's offering us their 3rd and 7th in 2020 for our 3rd in 2019, but I'm going to say no as I want that gem guy. Also want to go see what that Scarlet guy was rated, if he was any good. The guy that's supposed to be a gem. Pillman here, 74 overall, medium top 6. So he would have been better than Kaliev, but I believe he's created, so no way to know that. Nolan Foote there, we could have reunited him with his brother, but oh well. Robertson's pretty late for him, honestly. Scarlet to 66. Okay, yeah, so no, our pick was more than fine. Low elite there. I feel like, yeah, no, I'm pretty happy. So where is our pick? Tag Bertuzzi goes. Sawguard, medium starter. Again, lots of guys that we kind of know of are still getting taken, which I like. Obviously, you want to kind of like have a face to draft, or at least a name, opposed to just somebody random. So let's sort this here by gems. He should still be available. Pick 80. He's supposed to go like 117. He is still there. Guaranteed medium elite. That's pretty amazing. Only 52 overall, but still, pretty good draft so far. Our next pick here, guys, is pick number 18 in the 4th round. So no more guaranteed medium elites. There's a guaranteed medium top 6 right there, which isn't terrible. This guy here, 50-50, medium elite goalie. Almost a guaranteed low elite, though. 241. We have a while to take him. I feel like at this point, might as well just take risks. We're Tampa Bay. Like, it's supposed to be a good drafting team. And he has a medium elite goalie. Oh my god. We're getting lucky here. So, unlucky in the season sim, but at this point, we're getting pretty lucky. I think we have our 6th here, and then a 7th round pick as well. Guaranteed low top 6. That's pretty good. I might go with him and then save that. Oh, actually, there's a couple there, eh? 275, low top 4. So let's go for this low elite. Hope for the best. Low top 6, so I definitely could have been worse. And I think we have one more pick here. Everyone else is getting AHL stuff, and we're still getting pretty good picks, in my opinion. There might even be like another low. The thing is, it would cost us another trade. So yeah, there's a low top 6 and a low top 4. Both those guys pretty good. 3 trades. That's for free agency and the deadline. Like, that's tough. Probably just gonna have to hope one of these guys makes it to free agency, which they really should. Let's go with the center. It really doesn't matter, honestly. Kolsov, will remember his name. 51 overall, low top 6. Pretty good. We're at the re-sign phase here, guys. Even after trading away Killorn to Ottawa for the Spencer Knight pick, we still only have like $5 million in cap space, as Kucherov obviously gets a huge raise. He is, though, a 93 overall now, which is awesome. Point there's a 90, so he went up by 2. I think he wanted like 10 million last I checked. He still wants 10 million, even at 1 year at 7.8. So we're gonna have to make a trade. We'll qualify him for now though. Everyone else, most parts locked up. Probably gonna lose like Miller, Palat, somebody like that. Strawman's dropped in rating, so yeah, I'm definitely letting him go. I made those trades for D'Angelo, for Hronek to kind of, fill in for Strawman. They're actually both right-handed. Ferland was a rental. He doesn't want to stay. That's fine. Ernie, obviously, is a good bottom 6 guy for us. 1.4. I'm just going to qualify him. We basically need all of our money for Braden Point. Paquette. If they want over $1 million, they're getting qualified. Yeah, 1.4. They'll get qualified as well. It's all the money's going to Braden Point. This guy's a 76. I'm actually curious. 800k. Okay, we can sign him. It might even make more sense just to qualify the way the summer works. Because any signing, if he's your 6th best defenseman, it'll count as an NHL deal. So we might as well just qualify everybody to make sure we have enough money for Braden Point. Or just all the money we can get for Braden Point, essentially. So it looks like pretty much everyone else is locked in. Let's see. I'm just going to go by forwards because there aren't that many. So 3, let's see, 6, 9, 10, 11. That's our 12 top forwards. Conacher's 13th best. Callahan, 5.8 million does hurt us. Buy him out. 1.93 for the next 2 years. I think we need that money this year to get Braden Point. We get up to 7.8, so we could actually get him for 1 year. Maybe 2, because that's all we really need him for, right? It's 2 years. It's pretty fair, I think, for a like a bridge deal. 2 years he wants 8. 1 year he wants 7.8. What's the max we can offer? 7.8. So let's see if he does, 7.5 for 2 years. Like I said, I think that's pretty fair. Again, you want to keep your superstars. Everybody else you can fill in. Everyone else everyone else is literally just replaceable. And looking at defense next year, like I was saying, kind of prepared for Strawman to leave. So we have Hedman, McDonough, Sergachev, D'Angelo, Hronek's our top 5. Really, we just need a 6th defenseman. Cernak, if he even grows to like a 78, that's not terrible because we are like so top heavy. Like I could see Sergachev even being 87 as well. Like it's not too bad. Like it definitely could be worse. This Mason guy is even a 76. Cal Foot can keep growing. Gonser looks pretty bad. Just gonna let him go. After that, this guy's an AHL potential as well, so let him go. I'll check goalies here. Vasilevsky didn't drop in rating. That's good. We have to find some money next year as well when he needs a raise. So probably, it looks like we may be able to keep like the rest of the forward groups, but definitely Miller, Palat, Gord, one of those guys will leave like in the 3rd year. Elliott doesn't want to come back, that's fine. We'll just find literally the cheapest backup goalie we can. Pascal doesn't want to stay, that's fine. Spencer Knight, honestly, 62. If we give him like AHL starter minutes, maybe that helps him grow, gives him like even more value. The 47 though, not worth signing yet. Kind of 3 goalies, all medium elite, not too bad. So not as tough as I thought it'd be, honestly. I feel like we're in a pretty good spot. Hopefully everyone says yes, especially Braden Point. And then, like I said, basically just all the best players we can get for under $1 million and go from there. So Braden Point rejected our offer. He said he's quite clear on how long he's willing to stick with the team, but you've chosen to offer something different. Doesn't make any sense because he wanted to stick with the team for multiple years, and I offered him a bridge deal. So it's not like we gave him more, like a longer contract. Usually that's like when you would reply with that. So everyone else said yes. See if the extra 200k makes him say yes. And there we go, guys. I literally offered Braden Point, I think, like 160k extra, as that's literally all we had. Is like I thought the other guys we made like offers on the AHL players actually count against the cap because they'd be filling in, 12th forward, whatever. But luckily he said yes, so who cares? In terms of signing a backup goalie and a lot of other positions, we have literally no money, so we're gonna be in a tough spot, but should be fun. Alright guys, we're on the free agency period again. If someone wants over $1 million, we can't sign them. It's gonna be tough. We have 873k. I think we can work with that, like just find entry-level deals essentially, and hopefully they replace each other with the way like the coach works it out. Marner there obviously is available. Only wants 9.4. I've seen him want more than that before. Carlson as well, which in real life, if he asks for a lot more than he's making right now, Vegas can be kind of in a tough spot. Pavelski goes to UFA, Carlson does not. Duchesne, Nyquist, Trouba there as an RFA, Eberle, Johansson, Thornton, Gardner. I feel like Thornton either retires or resigns to the Sharks. Definitely doesn't go UFA. Duchesne, Dzingel, both. You can get a package deal. So let's see, does Columbus lose them all? Does Bobrovsky also leave? And no, okay, they kept Bobrovsky, that was it. Laner's up to an 87. Below him there you have Riddick, not Riddich. Apologies for always saying his name wrong. Kincaid, Mrazek. So who is the best goalie backup? So Terry's a 77. That's the tough spot to be in. Like, we might have to make a trade just because we need a decent backup. Or actually, we could just make a trade for backup, honestly. That'd probably be a better way to go than trying to sign one of these guys. Speaking of which, let's see if there's any good goalies with potential. Corby Salo, Subban, Stolers, that's not even worth it at all. Could probably trade, though, for both Subban and Corby Salo pretty cheap. Their RFAs there only want 1.5. Think that'd be the way to go. Get a good young backup. Also going to check the potentials here for skaters. So Marner, Puljujarvi. Ooh, Puljujarvi's available, up to an 81. I want 2A players, though, so we can actually sign all these guys. Nasson, another medium top 4. Okay. I'm going to give him... All we can give them is 870k, so we're going to get outbid by 80k potentially. Salen's always available for some reason. Give him our 870k. That's pretty bad. I mean, how many top 9s? I'll give offers on all these top 9s that aren't 25. And hope for the best. Now I noticed Marcus Grayland's available, guys. 26 years old, 78 overall. He'd be good 12th forward for us. He's an RFA, so I'll just offer him what we can. 870k. It's like 50. What is that? 50k cheap. But I mean, he might say yes. I don't know why he's an RFA. Like when it's that cheap. Consolation prize. Nick Cousins should accept this trade. He's 25, so he's got 2 years to grow there. Forcing here as well. 23.77. I don't know why these guys aren't signed. I assume if they accept our offer, the team will match it, but honestly, you never know. Alright guys, like I was saying, right now I'm trying to make a trade with Vegas for Malcolm Subban. We get a good young backup for us. Offering enough Olenov, who we just drafted, low top 6, but he's a 48. Gonna take forever to grow. 4th rounder in 2020. Pretty equal value. He's on the block. We'll see what they say. And trades rejected there. I mean, he's a pretty good backup. I don't know, maybe like a 5th this year, a 7th next year. I'm trying to think. Like, I don't want to overpay for him here. Trade is still rejected. Try a 3rd round pick. It's the most I'm willing to do. And there we go. Trade goes through. So, one cool thing actually about getting Malcolm Subban right here. I wanted to show you guys this. So, Vasilevsky was the 19th pick in the first round of the 2012 draft, sorry. Malcolm Subban, the 24th pick. So, we actually have the first 2 goalies taken in the 2012 draft. Both on our team, so I thought that was kind of awesome. And right here, guys, St. Louis giving us a kind of interesting offer. Edmondson, a 4th for our 2nd, and Ernie. Thing is, we pretty much have the defense figured out, so I'm going to say no. Also, we'll be dropping down the draft. Howell, though, accepts our offer. I was worried offering them 50k less wouldn't get it done. Nasson, though, goes with the Devils. He had the top 4 potential. He was the guy we wanted most. They probably gave him 950 or even possibly overpaid like we did. Olsen, Davidson, so we're getting a lot of the forwards. Zetterlund, we had a ton of contract spots, so that's good. All these medium top 9s. Salen pretty much never goes with us, and he almost always goes with Arizona, so he was an outside shot. I'm still pretty happy, like we got most of them. So Subban obviously is an RFA still. We have, I think, Ernie. Forcing rejects with Chicago. Cousins though accepts. Granlund rejected, decided to go with Vancouver. I figured both those teams, like they're going to match or whatever. Osterley, 1.4 for a 5th in Paquette. I mean, it's not a terrible trade offer. I forgot Osterley's rating is. 78, 27, 1.4. Like, you can get those guys for about 800k. So, yeah, well, no, we'll say no. At this point, really, we just have to hope no team makes an offer on our RFAs. And they sign for the qualifiers, at least until we get to the fall. That way we can move the roster around. We can open up like $2 million in cap space and actually have those guys signed. Another pretty interesting offer here, guys. Penguins want to give us Peterson, who's a good young defenseman. 4th round pick for Cal Foote, a 4th and a 5th. Peterson's kind of just like a more advanced version of Foote because he's also got the medium top 40 potential. He was already 81 overall at 23. Left-handed, so probably pair him up with Hronek on the bottom pair. Have D'Angelo play with Sergachev on the 2nd. Or whoever's basically better between D'Angelo and Hronek. He needs a new contract, though, so he's going to want a bit of money. It's going to be tough to make that work, but if we can, like, it's a pretty good trade for us. Again, we're basically just advancing Cal Fitte's growth there. It's not that bad an offer. Plus, it doesn't even count as a trade, so we can still make 3 more, whether it be at the deadline, whatever. I kind of like this trade. I'm not too confident right now in our 6th defenseman, so... he's only an 81. Like, he shouldn't cost too much money. I'm gonna say yes here, I think. Let's do this trade. Hopefully, that works out. Alright, guys, so I got a notification that we didn't have enough players signed. Even though we have 43 under contract, I guess, I don't know, we gotta get guys signed. So a couple weeks here till the start of the season. Subban here wants 875k. I'll make him the 700k offer. I noticed Mrazek's still available. I can't believe that. 82 overall. It's a very good backup. Only wants $1 million. I feel like some team's gonna sign him. Kind of wish we didn't trade for Subban. Just could have signed Mrazek for free, but obviously that is a risk. Also, too, we actually still need 2 goalies for the AHL, so I'm thinking highest rated to be our starter. That's not that old. Coro 27, that's probably the way to go. There's really no one under 26. Yeah, we'll sign him to be our starter here. 700k 1-year deal, and then we'll take the one with the most potential just to be the AHL backup. Or I guess that could just be Spencer Knight. Play behind Coro, that's probably the best spot for him. Send here, though, is 2369 medium fringe. It's pretty good. I'm going to sign this guy, too. Means Knight's just the 3rd goalie, but Knight's probably going to end up getting traded anyways. Also, we'll see here if we need a bit more skaters, potentially. Ernie actually only wants 700k, too, now, so I guess I should have just been looking at what they're asking for, making them offers. Paquette, hopefully he says yes. Actually, I'll show you guys. There are so many RFAs available. It's kind of insane. I'll sort by rating here. As you can see, Carlson's still not signed. Trouba, Verana, Puljujarvi. Edmondson wants $4 million as an 81. He's out to lunch. But like Verana there, I mean Puljujarvi's, if he grows still decently, it's worth a potential trade. Same goes for Kapanen there. Like if these guys, by the time it's like they sign or they don't play, are still available, I think we're definitely making some trades with those teams because we'll probably get them super cheap. So we'll see what happens. I think there might be a lot of room for opportunity here. So Adam Ernie here accepted our offer, got him for 700k, which is awesome. We got that Sen guy, which is good. He'll be our backup in the AHL probably. Paquette also accepted the 700k. Subban rejected. I didn't realize we offered him a 2-way deal. I'll just change that to 1-way. So, I mean, we're getting pretty much all of our teams signed, which is good. Also, guys, I totally forgot I still have to sign Peterson here. He's actually up to an 83, which is pretty awesome. He wants 1.5 there for 1 year. I'm going to offer him 1.25 as he was an 81 before, so that's still a really good deal. And again, see if we can make some trades for whatever other RFAs are available. So look at the list of free agents again, guys. I think all the RFAs are still here. Puljujarvi's actually gone up to an 82. He only wants $2.5 million. So same rating as Verana, 500k cheaper. Almost $1.5 million cheaper than Burakovsky, and he's better than. Edmondson's a defenseman, wants $1.5 million more. It seems like a really good value. And if we play him high, I think he'll grow for us. So I'm going to offer him like, we'll get $1 million back in salary cap. We need to sign Peterson, so maybe like 2.25. What do we have to give up? This year's 2nd round pick for Puljujarvi, who's a low elite. I think it's worth it. So trading a 2nd for low elite's probably about the same anyways. Just doing it this way is just sneakier. So we'll see what the Oilers say. We could still even make a trade for like Kapanen or something. Puljujarvi did accept our offer. As of now, I have to wait and hear back what Edmonton says, if they're going to match it or not. And as it turns out, Edmonton actually did match our offer to Puljujarvi, $2.2 million. I'm really surprised. Normally, that's not the case. Normally, if you get that far, you get the player. Alright, guys, so I want to try making a trade now with Toronto for Kasperi Kapanen. Obviously, RFA, they can't get him signed. Not sure why he's on the block, but before I do that, I wanted to show you this. Toronto lost Mitch Marner. I was curious to which team. Ottawa Senators there. They have the 1st round pick of, so they gave the qualifying offer. Look at this, 2020, 2021, 2022, and then 2023 as well. Ottawa gave up 4 first-round picks for Mitch Marner. I mean, it's kind of crazy. Like, their team is still pretty bad. They actually have a San Jose first-round pick 2020, but Marner, Shabbat, and that's about it. So, pretty big gamble there by the Senators, but I respect it. So actually, guys, rather than trying to get Kapanen, I'm trying to get Verana here from Washington as he's the better player. And hopefully, if he holds out till the end, we can still sign him. 82 overall there, medium top 6. Offering up Taylor Radish, 72. Maybe makes the team next year, but it's a big maybe. If he gets us Verana 1-for-1, I think it's a steal. We'll see what they say. Trades accepted. Yeah, that's a good trade for us. And this is kind of cool, guys. We only have 1.7 million, and Verana's dropped his asking price to 1.8. When he was in free agency, I think it was like 2.7 or something, so he dropped it by $1 million. So we'll offer him like, I don't know, 1.45 should get it done. I mean, even just, we'll do 1.5, and we don't have a lot of wiggle room at the deadline. We can still make 2 trades. It'll be tough, but team's looking pretty good, I think. And Jacob Vranic finally accepted our offer, guys. It's actually the end of November now. I think in like 5 days, we'd have had to wait till like next summer to sign him. So he rejected the first one, and then he immediately wanted $2.5 million, and he stuck on like 2.2 for a month and a half, and we only had 1.7. So just been simming, hoping he'd eventually say yes. As you can see, already 25 games in. Braden Point, 28 points. We're actually second in the division behind Ottawa. They literally have Marner and Shabbat. No idea how they're doing so well. But let me go adjust the rosters now with Vrana getting called up. I'll show you guys what they're looking like. You can see there, team status is champion, so still a pretty good team. So after calling up Vrana and all the moves we made this offseason, here's a look at the roster. Stamkos, Point, and Kucherov is the first line. Decided to reunite them. I mean, they're all 90 plus. And it actually seems to be working so far. I've actually changed Stamkos to a winger just to make it so it's best lines with that being the case, essentially. Actually, too, Kucherov's on his offhand. Same with Stamkos. I mean, they're all sick, so hopefully it works out. Gord, Johnson, Palat's pretty solid second. Miller, Cirelli, Vrana, I think, is pretty good third. Even Ernie, Cousins, Paquette, honestly, isn't a bad fourth line. So still really good forward depth. Defensive depth here is probably better than last year. Hedman, McDonough, D'Angelo, Serdichev's actually an 87 now. And you know what I just realized? He's 21 medium elite. Let's put him on the top pair there with Hedman. Get him even more ice time, and hopefully that works out. D'Angelo, McDonough, then Peterson, Hronek. All these guys are pretty young. I mean, what's our oldest defenseman? McDonough at 30. Not bad at all. Goalies, Vasilevsky, Subban haven't changed. Quick look there at the power play units. Show you guys the penalty kill. So, the team's looking pretty good. AHL team's pretty average. Joseph, I think, is the best player. Defense, though, 278's the top pair. Goalies, Coral's a starter at 77. Don't really care too much about the AHL team, nor do I expect much from them, but NHL team really should be another Stanley Cup, contending year. I'm just going to offer you guys the Montreal Canadiens, Nick Suzuki, third and a sixth, or Peterson and a fourth. I wonder how good Suzuki is, because we do have a couple 78s in the minors. Suzuki's a 78, so we're giving up like 5 overall. I feel like we have good enough forwards, Suzuki is sick, but Peterson kind of rounds out our defense quite nicely, so I think I'm going to hold on to him. Alright guys, we're at the deadline now. We have a record of 39, 18, and 6, which is pretty good. What is that, like 84 points at the deadline? Now before that, we were honestly looking like Tampa Bay from real life this year. We were on probably pace to have like a record-setting year, and then the week from hell, or actually it was basically the month from hell, January. It started on January 1st. We didn't win a game all month until the 31st. And if that was a night game, we basically went all of January without a win, which is, I've never seen that for a team that was as good as us. So we lost, what was that, 6, 9, 10 straight games. We did have, I think, 3 OT losses. So up until that point, we were really, really good. I have no idea what happened. Honestly, I didn't even want to stop it. I wanted to see how long this was going to go. And every time we lost another game, I couldn't believe it. So, yeah, I don't know what happened in January. The boys, too much of a Christmas break, I guess. Still, though, first in the division, 84 points. Pretty decent lead there in Boston. Point there actually has over a point per game, which is awesome to see. He's got 66. So, we can still make 2 trades. We have no cap space, not only right now, but next year we have to create cap space. So it's got to be for entry-level players. Hopefully there's some out there we can get for cheap that also improve the team. Let's take a look. Alright guys, so I feel like our team's good enough right now to compete this year. So I'm making this trade for next season, trying to get Christian Vesalainen from the Winnipeg Jets. Obviously, very good prospect. 20 years old, 76 overall, medium elite. More importantly, honestly, entry-level deal for 3 more years. And hopefully grows this summer, offering up Spencer Knight, who again, we have Vasilevsky. He was just a really good pick for us. Mason's 24.78. It's like a top pair AHL guy for us. Joseph dropped in rating. They want both those guys, though. So with the addition of those two, the value's pretty close to equal. Vesalainen's on the block. Let's see what they say. And trade's accepted. I think that's a steal. Vesalainen goes to the AHL right now, but again, because of all those one-year deals we made late, like Vrana, Peterson, we're probably going to lose some, not to mention we have to pay Vasilevsky more money next summer. We might even lose another player on top of that, so just trying to prepare and have some good young players that can grow. And next year, guys, trying to get a similar trade to the one we just made for Bowen Byram. Dallas has him on the block. They think they're a contender. Offering up this goalie here, another goalie, immediately potential. He was the one we got in the 4th round, along with our 1st round pick. The value's pretty equal. Actually, let me check just to make sure it goes through. It if we have any kind of like, AHL players, just kind of a guy that they kind of want. Cernak probably has too much value, honestly, for me to just add him on here. If they say no, we can try adding Cernak. We'll see what they say to this. They say yes to that, so there we go. We have, we just got two of the better, prospects in this game. Byram for defenseman, Vesalainen for forwards or wingers. Look at the trade value there. All elite. I mean, Kucherov's franchise. We got 4 max there. Hedman, Stammer, Point, and Kucherov. Byram, Vesalainen out of the mix. We still have this Sarita guy we drafted, medium elite. Probably use him in a big trade probably this offseason, honestly, because I doubt he's going to be a 75. I really like what we did at this deadline. I think those were 2 really awesome moves. And we're not the end of the season here, guys. Finished a record of 48, 25, and 9. So 96 plus 9. I don't know. Is that 105 points? I think. Pretty good record and pretty good finish. Yeah, it is 105. We beat out Boston there. It was 91. We actually had a pretty good lead on everyone in our division. Montreal, Toronto also make the playoffs. Brain Point, 86 points, 82 games. Awesome to see somebody on this team with over a point per game. I mean, the top lines all 90 plus. They really should. Kucherov also 83. Stamkos just under at 80. So the 3 played really well. Hedman 57 as a D-man, so he had a much better year this time around. It's awesome. Gordad 50. Platt 43. A lot of guys actually scoring a lot more, which is awesome to see. Verana 57 games played, 27 points. Not too bad. Obviously held out there. I mean, could have had pretty decent year. It's going to be tough now to get paid. We'll see what happens. Vesalainen was in the NHL after the deadline. I thought he went to the AHL. I got to fix that. Byram must have Byram's in the juniors, actually, but we got to send Vesalainen down. Let me check goalies now. Hopefully Vasilevsky had a better year. So 40 and 19, much better record. There we go. .93 save percentage, 2.02 goals against. No Devin Dubnyk, but definitely better season than last year. Not sure really what was going on last year. So hopefully we have 3 guys in the top 10. And we do. McKinnon there first, 92 points. Rantanen right with them. Then right behind that is Point at 3rd. Kucherov 5th. Stammers, I think, is this 9th or 10th. So pretty good. Pretty happy with that. Kucherov had 42 goals. I wonder how close he is to Maurice Richard. McKinnon actually won that. Kucherov tied with Kane there for 3rd. So not bad at all. McDavid, a bit of a rough year for him. 66 points. A lot of times it's kind of what you expect from him in this. We'll see if we have maybe a shot at the President's Trophy if, I don't know, was it kind of close year? No. Okay, we're actually 2nd though. Nashville 110. We're 5 behind. Colorado, Chicago. It's only 4 teams there. 100 plus points. Minnesota 10th in the NHL and you missed the playoffs. That's terrible. That's honestly terrible. Actually kind of stats here. 94 points usually. I don't know if that would get you 10th, but still 10th in NHL, you should be in the playoffs. That sucks. Vegas squeaks in there with 18th spot. And last is the Oilers, 75 points. Best odds to get Lafreniere, of course. And the first round of the playoffs, guys, we actually have a rematch with the current Stanley Cup champion, Toronto Maple Leafs. So first line here, they have Janssen, Tavares, and Nylander, who's actually up to an 87. Kadri, Matthews, Marlowe, Ferland, I saw joined their team. Sheehan, I mean, Bob Cox always liked him. Hyman, Baptiste. Pitan's up to an 81. Why would you not have him 3rd line center? Armia, so it's not too bad considering what they had to work with. Still can't believe, couldn't keep Marner. Defense looks to be the same. Actually, Sandin and Liljegren both got called up, playing the bottom pair, so they lost Gardner, but if both those guys make the jump in real life, they'll be fine. Nielsen, they signed to be the backup goalie, so not quite as strong as last year without Marner, but they did an okay job, I'd say, filling in the rest there. Obviously, we have actually the home ice advantage this time. Pushed it to 7 games last year. Hopefully, we can get our revenge this time around. I don't think we won a single game in Toronto, so we'd love to change that. Lose our first 2 games in Tampa. We're going to have to win a game in Toronto unless we get beat again the first round by them. Come on. This team, we're too good not to get a win. Please. Please. Please, 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 please. Alright, that's 2 shocks. Apparently Toronto's better than Tampa Bay. So the draft results just came in, guys, and there is justice in the world, at least for the Minnesota Wild. Finished 10th in the league, didn't make the playoffs, but they do pick 1st overall, so there you go. They would have had the absolute worst odds, and they make the jump up and get Lafreniere. pretty insane stuff, to be honest. Edmonton there picking 2nd overall. They get Byfield, which isn't too bad. Honestly, that's insane. So take a look at the draft class right now. Like I said, those two guys, Lafreniere, Byfield, yes, they are going 1 and 2. Patch, I believe, is made up, going 3rd. Same with this Renkowitz guy. Holtz there probably will be 3rd or 4th in real life. Raymond will be the other one. Lundell, 5th-ish. Gould will be making a spot probably in the top 10. Same with Drysdale, Barron. Same with Rochette there. Foodie. Gunler's pretty good. I think he's got like medium top 6, high top 6. Same with Rossi. Lawrence, I forget what he's got, to be honest. Lane, I believe, is made up. So, honestly, looks like a pretty good draft class overall. Next, obviously, we're going to take a look at how the season ended. As you guys can see here, Stanley Cup goes to the Nashville Predators. Their first ever Stanley Cup. I'm actually going to Nashville in like 3 days when you guys are watching this, 2 days. So, I'm pretty excited for that. They also won the President's Trophy this year. So, there you go. Beat Boston Bruins there in the final. I should have looked at the playoff tree first. We'll do that after. Art Ross, we went to McKinnon. He also got the Hart. Yossi with the James Norris. I don't know what word I was trying to say. McKinnon also gets the Lady Bing. He's cleaning up this year. Tolvin and Calder, probably a big rookie year for him. Arvidsson, Conn Smythe. Vasilevsky here gets the Vezina, so that's pretty awesome. Also got the William Jennings. So I didn't even realize that. We had the fewest goals against in the league, and we got swept against the Leafs first round. Go figure. De Kaiser back-to-back with Mastersons already. O'Reilly with the Selke. McKinnon also got Ted Lindsay and the Maurice Richard. This year was McKinnon's year. That's, pretty obvious there. AHL, so I do not believe we're in the playoffs. Lavelle there actually won the Calder Cup. Quick look at all the team awards. Player awards here. Turcotte, most points. That's pretty sick. That was his first year. Cini, MVP. Turcotte, most goals. Outstanding rookie, so he's tearing it up. Brandstrom there got the best defenseman. Shashorkin, best goalie. Surprised he's still there. I guess Lundqvist, is still high enough to be the starter. They got George as the backup. Letestu, sportsmanship. Cal Foote, community involvement. So we traded a good guy in Cal Foote, but I still feel like it was a pretty smart trade for us. Husso there, lowest goals against. So it's kind of cool, too, to see a lot of the guys that we kind of boosted in the custom roster actually making a name for themselves here. So NHL playoff tree, let's see. Toronto swept us, then they swept the Boston Bruins. Then they got swept by the Boston Bruins, who beat the Penguins in 7. Nashville beat the Jets in 5, Avs in 6, Canucks in 5, Canucks in the playoffs, and then, the Bruins in 5. So, good run there for the Preds. We'll get to the draft now. Obviously, no first-round pick, but not upset about it at all, as it got Byram or Vesalainen. Already forget which one, but definitely better than I think the first-round pick would have been. Hopefully, you can find some diamonds in the rough. Let's see what happens. All right, guys, so now we're at the draft, trying to make a trade here with Boston for the 30th pick, offering them 58 and Novikov, who's got low top 6 potential. Reason being, apparently we have a gem who's supposed to go 31 or 32. So, Boston says no. All right, so we're going to try adding a 4th-round pick here in 2021, see what the Bruins say. And there we go, trade goes through. So hopefully we can get our guy. I saw Minnesota just made their pick. Lafreniere, 82 overall, medium franchise, out of the draft. Not bad at all. Mercer there just went. I'm not too worried about some of these guys. Ooh, medium top 6, 76 though. That's pretty high. Even there, McKella, 76. Perfetti, Lane, medium elite. I think he's made up. Same with Kempainen. Rossi there, though, is good. Lawrence, Gunler, Barron, McLennan, Foodie, Rochette, Drysdale, Goalie. I don't know how to say that guy's name. Raymond goes at 6. Lundell, Holtz. That Page guy was made up. 82 medium elite. So, same rating as Lafreniere, but obviously not quite as good. So, not too bad. Sometimes, they'll have a franchise guy, and he'll be better than Lafreniere, and it kind of ruins the 2020 draft for me. So, this guy here, he's supposed to be a gem. There's a guaranteed medium top 4, but trust our scouts. This guy's a gem. Please be good. Medium elite. There we go. Sims. First round, 30th pick. We are killing it so far with these drafts. I love it. Our next pick guys until the 4th round, and we should still have another gem here. He's supposed to go like 150 or 140, so we kind of cut it a little close, not too much. I'm wondering what he'll be. Low elite, Malikov, 70 overall. Let's go. What a pick there in the 4th round. That's honestly insane. I'm curious too. Who is it? Hendrix Lapierre, yes. Low elite, 75 overall. Early second round pick. Very good pick there for the Islanders. Even this guy here, Piola, 76, medium top four for Detroit. A lot of guys actually kind of like a bit more NHL ready in this draft, I feel. Or not more NHL ready than last draft, but more than you usually find, I think, in 2020. So next pick is 6th round pick, and then I think we have a 7th. A medium elite, end of the 1st. A low elite at the beginning of the 4th. Our scouts have done good so far, so let's keep trusting them here. Potentials, guaranteed low top 6. It's not bad. Could take a chance here, though, on a goalie. We'll take the one that's in the 200s. The 300s will never get picked. And it's a medium backup, so that kind of sucks. I mean, it's a risk you take. Could go for another goalie here, a guaranteed low top 6. Low top 6 isn't bad. I feel like let's just take... Oh, he's an enforcer, though. Who cares? Let's go for the goalie again. Hope for the best. Fringe starter, so a bit better. Neither of them were that great, but still pretty happy overall with the draft. And we're not the re-sign phase here, guys, and we are definitely in a tough situation. We have $10.3 million in cap space. Totally forgot we had to re-sign Sergachev as well as Vasilevsky. Sergachev's an 88 now. He's going to want to get paid. I noticed, though, Kucherov's up to a 95, which is awesome. Hedman's a 92, Point's a 92, so like our top players are growing, which is awesome. Those guys are under contract as well, but it's going to be tough. Sergachev wants $5.3 million. Oh my god, the former Spitfire. He knows the GMs from Windsor. He has taken the most cap-friendly deal ever. Oh, bless him. Let's see. Vasilevsky, I don't think we're going to be able to make happen. He's a 91 now. He's actually gone up by 2. I mean, makes sense, right? The dude won the William M. Jennings. Let's see. What's he want? 8.6. Pretty expensive. 7-year deal. He's 25. It's not really... 1 year, 8.2. Okay, so we're going to have to qualify him for now because I already made an offer on Sergachev and basically just try and get him signed immediately. First day of UFA. We'll have to trade away somebody to make that cap work. Subban doesn't want to come back. That's fine, I guess. Could probably get a better AHL starter. Sen, honestly, 24 and 71. He can be our AHL starter. This guy's a 61. We can even sign him to be the backup. Who else actually after Sergachev? Verana. I'm just going to... if I qualify him... Actually, it'd be 1.7, right? Because it'd be whatever I paid him last year. So yeah, if he accepts the 1.7, we'll keep him. Otherwise, take whatever compensation we can get or just actually trade his rights. Same goes for Peterson. Like, we just cannot afford these guys. $4 million. They're both actually like asking for pretty fair deals, but we have Vesalainen here as an 80 already. Over the summer should get even better. Sorelli dropped for some reason to a 79. Not really understanding that one, but 1.2. We'll just qualify him. Cousins went up to a 79. Doesn't want to resign with us. I mean, he grew on our team. Doesn't want to stay. Whatever. Cernak 78 we might need. Let's see. So Paquette 78. I don't know. I feel like we can find other guys. Ernie, he's been pretty good. I feel like we got to keep him in Tampa. 1.5 though. No, we'll qualify him again. Cernak will qualify. We're just going to qualify everybody for right now. It just kind of makes the most sense. And after the free agency period, guys, everyone made an offer on accepted, except for Vasilevsky, who obviously is still like just qualified. Same goes for Verana and Peterson, but Sergachev said yes, and all like the AHL guys said yes. Backstrom here is available. Doesn't really matter. We have 7.2 million in cap space. I think we need 8.5 to sign Vasilevsky, and then after that, we're pretty much stuck signing like minimum contracts. But it is cool to see who's available. Braden Shen, Spurgeon, Hoffman. Verana wants 4.8, so we have to hope basically no one makes him an offer and then he accepts ours late in the fall. Same goes for Peterson. They're going to have to drop quite a bit. $4 million though. I think we actually might get a first round pick from that, which wouldn't be too bad at all. So goalies here. Vasilevsky is the best. Kincaid's up to an 89? What? So who did he play for last year? Does it tell you who he played for? It does not, but he was a starter. 30 and 23, a .926, 2.23 goals against. Jeez, I know. So 18-19, that's backing up Columbus, Bobrovsky, and I seen he was a free agent. I wonder who signed him there, and he played quite well. That must have been a playoff team. It sucks you can't actually see the team he played for. Playoff stats? Didn't get a playoff win though, but still, the 89 overall jump. That seems a bit drastic, but Hopefully that'll keep people away from Vasilevsky. Obviously, we actually do need a backup. Looks like there's a lot of options here. So with a backup, we need about another $2.5 million to get our kind of goalie situation under wraps. And that's no extra money to sign like those Peterson, Vrana, or whatever. So we have to trade away somebody again, which sucks. But we're kind of prepared for this. We're hoping, Byram, makes a jump. We're also hoping Vesalainen makes a jump. Find out now who we're going to trade. Alright guys, so one thing I noticed this team is lacking is some forward depth, and I saw that Winnipeg has a bunch of good forwards that are RFAs they can't sign. Jack Roslovic, 82 overall, medium top 6. Mason Appleton here, 80 overall, medium top 6 as well. And then Andrew Kopp's a 79, low top 9. But all three definitely help, give us some forward depth. Roslovic still has a decent amount of value because he's still pretty young, medium top 6. So offering up Kaliev, 1973 medium top 6. Basically, we're fast tracking him with Roslovic and then a first round pick there to kind of make up for that, as well as add the 2 other players. So this should go through. The values about equal. It seems like a lot to give up, but like Roslovic could honestly be 83, 84 by the time the season starts. Appleton could be like an 82. Kopp maybe an 80. Probably just say 79. We'll see what Winnipeg says. I think this is a really good return for them. And they do say yes to that trade. Okay, so now we're probably going to have to trade away JT Miller, not only to give us the cap space to re-sign Vasilevsky, but also to sign all those guys we just traded for. So next year, guys, I'm offering the Devils JT Miller for a second and a third. Again, just to clear cap space, get our guys signed. Hopefully they'll say yes. And they do, so there we go. We can only make 2 more trades. Probably going to keep both trades till the deadline. We have a couple like elite prospects we could trade for something good. I saw they had Schneider on the block. Was curious. He's an 81 now. Blackwood's an 83. That's not too bad. So yeah, we'll try and get those guys signed. Winnipeg guys, our guys. Hopefully, too, someone makes an offer on Peterson and Vrana because we just don't even have the cap space for them, so it'd be a waste to hold on to them. So right now, guys, we can offer on Vasilevsky. He wants 8.7. I'm going to see if he'll take 8 for 7 years. I feel like that's pretty fair. Forwards, too. So Roslovic, let's see what he's looking for. 3.7, 1 year. Okay, we're going to wait on him. Appleton, 3. Oh, he wants 3. We're waiting on him. Lots of RFAs to wait on. Kopp wants 1.5. We're waiting on him. So hopefully all the guys except for Vrana don't get signed till the fall, and we can get them for cheap. And then Vrana, someone gives us like a first, at least a second-round pick for. Luckily, though, we're getting Vasilevsky signed no matter what, which is the big issue we had facing us. So that's good. And next year, guys, are going to try and sign our backup goalie. Going to go for Jack Campbell here. He's another former Windsor Spitfire. Vegas Golden Knights interested will offer 1.35. If not, I'm thinking about going for Calvin Pickard. 80 overall, but a bit of a cheaper option. And then we have like $3 million left, which again, we can't even sign free agents. Like, we just need them to sign our RFAs. So, like, the cap space is a real thing, and we're learning that this episode. And I just remembered, guys, to check free agency, and I have no idea what's going on here. Detroit let Velino and Berggren go to free agency. I have no idea why. So we're gonna make all of them like max offers. They're medium top 6. Velino especially is already a 77. He could literally make our team. Hopefully he sees that on the depth chart and entices him to join. Gruel even low top 6. How are these guys free agents? It makes no sense. Hillis 20. Like, he should be the best guy available. Obviously, we'll make an offer on him too. So Berggren here accepted our offer, which is awesome. 67, medium top 6. Just like a good player. Either join the AHL team, use him in a trade. Campbell accepts our offer, so we get a nice backup goalie. McShane rejects. Roster's full. Oh crap! I thought we had like 13 spots. Velino accepts, though. That's the one we wanted. That's awesome. 77, medium top 6. I feel bad for Detroit, but Velino might make our team. Grew rejected. Roster was full. That's okay. He was low top 6. Norgren rejected. Roster was full. Could still get him though. This other guy, 75, goes to San Jose. It said 37. It must be including all the RFAs. Also, as you guys can see here, Vasilevsky accepted our offer, so that's awesome. We were able to hold on to him and Sergachev. Obviously, point the year before. Didn't want to lose that core, so pretty happy. Now, gonna be interesting to see how cheap we can get all these RFAs, as we're right against the roster limit. Can't get any more medium top 9s, although we already have a ton anyways, so it's fine. And here you go, guys. Minnesota just offer sheeted Peterson for $4.4 million for 3 years. Give us a first and a third round pick. I wasn't going to give him an offer anyway. We didn't have the cap space, so taking the first and third and running with it. What we give up? I think Cal Foot for that, so I think it worked out quite well. Veranda just got offer sheeted, 5.5 for 6 years by Panthers. Another first and a third round pick. Thank you. So we're going to have 2 firsts, I think 3 seconds, 3 thirds, something like in that. This year's, or we're not going to be actually drafting, but still at the deadline, a couple medium elite players. Still have to sign a ton of other RFAs, but the 2 I wanted to lose to get picks, we just lost. So worked out really well. And here we go. Sorelli just accepted our qualifying offer, so that's one of them. I'm hoping Ernie will do the same. And speaking of the RFAs, guys, I'm going to check right now and see what they're all looking for. Ernie only wants 900K, so we'll see if we can get him for 850 there. Cops is 79, wants 875, so it's pretty fair. We'll also give him 850. Appleton's an 80. He wants 1.125. Let's see if he does 1 million right on. And then Roslovich we want. I'm not sure why Peterson's still here. Maybe negotiations fell through with Minnesota. Not sure. Roslovich wants 1.9. We'll offer 1.75. I think that would work out with like calling up a guy, sending a guy down kind of thing. So Roslovich accepted our offer, which is awesome. Same goes for Kopp, Ernie, Appleton. We got them all signed, and obviously that was our 4 depth. Those 4 guys, all gonna be playing in the bottom 6. So I think we're good to go for final season. So apparently negotiations with Minnesota must have fell through, guys. We still have Peterson here, and we still have like 2-something million in cap space. So I'm gonna see if we can get him right now for like 1.85. I think Byram and Hronek are currently in the NHL, and they're 79, so he's definitely an upgrade. So now, guys, I'm going to show you what the roster's looking like going into this season. Before I do that, though, I actually wanted to show you, so Peterson must have glitched or something. I've never seen this before. When that team made the qualifying offer, there was like, what was it, Minnesota. There was 2 zeros next to the first and third pick. He never went to them, even though he said, like, take compensation. I offered him a contract like 2.5 weeks ago. He still hasn't replied to it yet. Usually like they decline within 4 to 5 days max, and then you offer them a new one. So it's super strange. Maybe somehow the response is lagged. It'll come through. I don't think so, though. I think he's glitched. So he's looked at the NHL team. Is it a Stanley Cup winning team? I think it could be. Like, obviously that first line is absolutely stacked. 2 92s and a 95. I don't think anyone has as good a first line. Gord, Roslovich, Palat's pretty solid second. Same with the third, honestly. Vesalainen, Appleton, and Johnson. We have Kopp, Sorelli, Avlino on the fourth. Defense, you got Hedman and Sergachev, D'Angelo, McDonough, Byram, and Hronek. Like, if Byram can grow a bit to a 83 or something, like, we're looking really good. Obviously, we have the cap space for Peterson, so I'm kind of pissed because it should be probably Peterson, Byram, but it's fine. Goalies, we have Vasilevsky there now, 91 with Campbell backing him up. So we're looking pretty good. Quick look at the special teams. More or less what we've been rocking like the past couple seasons. AHL team here is also pretty stacked. Ernie's down there now. Bray will use a 78. Volkov 77. Same with Stevens. So pretty high rated AHL team. Like even the top pair, 77, 78 for the defense. Goaltending, we have a 73 there in Sen. So maybe the AHL team will make the playoffs for the first time. Again, not too big of a deal if they don't. NHL team, pretty optimistic about. I mean, Vesalainen's medium lead as well, so he could grow some more too. We'll hope for the best here. Maybe Peterson, finally answers our call back, and let's see if we can make the playoffs and hopefully win the Stanley Cup this season. So at the trade deadline here, guys, the record of 38, 19, and 6, so not too bad. Peterson never replied to us, nor did we even get like the notification saying you got to sign this guy by December 1st or you're going to lose him. So the game still thinks like we made that offer to him, which we did, and he never replied. So whatever. Second place right now in the division, 6 points back there. Boston do have a game in hand. Kucherov 53 and 63, not too bad. So not doing quite as well as we were last season, but still pretty good. Or actually, we might be doing just as good, but Boston's doing pretty insane. 88 at the deadline. We can still make 2 more trades. We have 2 elite prospects, lots of picks still. Pretty much anyone we bring in has to be on an entry-level deal or a very cheap deal, but I think we'd still boost this team somewhere. All right, guys, so right now making a huge trade with the Carolina Hurricanes, trying to get Niederreiter and Sebastian Aho. Niederreiter here, 84 overall, basically a slight upgrade on either Palat or Johnson. We're trading them both. Aho obviously is a beast, 89 overall. He'll be second-line center. He'll have probably Gord on his left, Niederreiter on his right. I feel like, we just haven't gotten it done with this team, so we're shaking it up. Johnson's an 83 now. He's dropped. Palat's an 83. He's dropped. Plus, the salary has to go out there to get Aho in. And then 2 medium elites, Sims a 67, Sarita's a 65. Basically, they're there for the value to get Aho. The other 2 guys are there for the salary to get Aho. Aho just makes it so we have a legit second line, plus our first power play that's going to be insane now. The value's on our side by quite a bit. I'm thinking we probably could honestly even get, like, I don't know, a first, second round pick back here, and then maybe swing that into another trade. Let's see, try and get Carolina second. That looks a bit more fair. Like, I think even maybe the first round pick. No, that first round pick's way too much. Let's try 2 seconds and then take one off if they still say no. Trade accepted. So there we go. It's a big trade. We gave up a lot. We got a big piece back, but I'm going to try and flip those picks down to something else. So I was looking through teams, guys, and I saw that DeBrincat did grow to medium elite, which is something I mentioned could happen with him having high top 6. So just wanted to point that out there. A lot of people are saying he should have been medium elite, high top 6 if he plays well. That is what happens. Also, he's an 89, so pretty sick. And next year, guys, I'm trying to flip Peterson, who we couldn't even sign, with 2 second-rounders in 2021 for Bode Wild, who's actually grown quite a bit. He's a 21-year-old, 83 overall D-man, medium top 4 potential on an entry-level deal for 3 more years. The value's on our side, but they don't have him on the block. We'll see what they say here. Trades rejected. Okay, I figured, yeah, Peterson not being signed was going to be an issue. So instead of him, we can actually include Jonathan Berggren, medium top 6. We have Alino. Values on our side again. Let's see what they say. Trades accepted. So I think our team's going to be pretty stacked. That's 5 trades. I also want to show you guys, I would have never expected this with Tampa. Well, first off, I'll show you guys all skaters here. Like, look at the trade values. Just ridiculous. The fact that this team, we've added Aho, Byram, Vesalainen. Like, Bode Wild's value there, I'm surprised that low too for being 83 at his age. But in our last season, look at the draft. That first round pick from Florida, apparently they're one of the worst teams right now, so it could be a lottery pick, get us one of the top picks. 2 seconds, 2 thirds, a 5th, a 6th, a 7th. Like, we're still going to have a very good draft. If we can win the Stanley Cup on top of an awesome draft, even better. Alright, guys, so after the trade deadline, check out how stacked this team is. Obviously, first line hasn't changed. Second line, like I was saying, is now Niederreiter, Aho, and Gord. Third line is Vesalainen, Appleton, and Roslovich. Fourth line's Kopp, Sorelli, and Velino. So, it's a pretty tough forward group for any other team, I think, to match up with. Defense, Hedman, Sergachev, Wild, McDonough, Byram, and DeAngelo. It's also pretty nasty. First power play unit, like, this thing's unreal. Aho, Point, Kucherov, Sergachev, Stamkos, like, hopefully just clap in, one-timers, one knee. Goalies obviously haven't changed, but teams should be poised for a Stanley Cup run, have a possible lottery pick, tons of picks after that, still more prospects. We're in a good spot. All we need now is that Stanley Cup. And we're at the end of the season here. Not going to lie, we didn't play very good after the deadline. We had 5 straight losses there. Then we had a few wins, another 3 straight losses. I don't know what's going on. So finished seasons with 96 points, which it's good, but it's not great. We did finish second in the division, tied with Buffalo, quite a bit behind Boston there. Kucherov at 70 points, so first line there wasn't quite doing as well as he did last year. 95 overall, 70 points. I feel like he should be doing better than that. Bryn Point 69, Stammer 67, Gord 64. That's really good. Aho only had 48. That's concerning. Minus 13 is probably mostly on Carolina. Sergachev 45, Hedman 43 is good. Like Niederreiter there 42, Roslovich, Appleton 38 for a third liner. Can't really complain. Wild 33. Let's take a look here at Vasilevsky's stats. Okay, so pretty good. .921, 2.2. I still don't know what was going on that first year. He just wasn't playing that well. We'll take a look here and see the leading score was the entire league. Laine 95, Kane 93, Tavares, Tarasenko, McDavid's back up there. DeBrincat's tearing it up. McKinnon, Carlson, who sat out last year, never got the contract signed. And Kane had the 53 goals. Tavares, Laine, so 350 plus goal scorers. That's pretty sick. I'll take a look at our record now. Not only that, but I'm curious to see where Florida finished. Last in the division. That's good. Like I was saying, we had their first round pick. Doesn't really matter because it's done after this season, but still. We finished 8th in the league. Colorado actually 111 points, wins the Presidents. And Montreal squeaks in there at 18. Let's see. Florida hasn't come up yet. Florida finished second last, 72. And Minnesota wins Lafreniere as the best team to miss the playoffs. Like, super lucky. And then they just go back, and then they become the worst team. That makes absolutely no sense. Whatever. Alright, so we'll get started with the playoffs here and see what happens. So our first round matchup, guys, with the Buffalo Sabres. They got Josh Bailey, Jack Eichel, and Sam Reinhart on the first line. Eichel's actually, I think he's like, what, gone down, say the same. Usually I thought he got higher than 88. Reinhart, though, has gone up all the way to 88. It's pretty impressive. Nylander there, 84, and I think he has low elite, so he's grown a decent amount. Middlestat, Johansson, Sherry, Thompson, Pominville, Okposo, Gergensen, Hagelin. Team really hasn't changed too much. Dahlin's up to a 91. As you can see there, he's got that franchise potential. Ristolainen's a 90. Montour, Pillett, McCabe, Ruda, so the top pair carries that decor. Allmark's an 80, Hunt's an 83. I thought maybe Pekka Lehkonen would have been making the team by this point, but apparently not. So hopefully, because we're not playing Toronto here, we can at least get our first playoff round win. That would be awesome. So I'm thinking, let's try switching it up. We're going to sim the entire round at once, because it's not going through a month. Shouldn't lag, knock on wood. Here we go. Home ice advantage. We lose our first game. We lose our second game. Okay. We win our third in Buffalo. Please. Please, EA. Overtime loss. What is this sim? I gotta see like the rating difference here between our team and their team. Defensively, like our top pair, about on par, I'd say. Hedman, Sergachev, Dahlin, Ristolainen. Yeah. 97, 97, 96 compared to 93, 94, 88. That's insane. So, let's see here. 3 games left. Can win all 3 in a row. We haven't won a playoff round yet. It's like Tampa Bay cursed themselves with that Columbus getting swept. Here we go, though. Nope, yep, they cursed themselves. And I get to get shocked 3 times in a row because of it. That's life. And the results just came in, guys, and we dropped as much as we possibly could from 2nd to 5th. Vegas there, 1st overall. I'm not sure who they'll actually take. 2021 is kind of up in the air. Still, like with the 5th pick, we'd probably get somebody decent. I'll show you guys all the awards, playoff tree, all that good stuff now. Miku Koivu, Gabrick, Luongo, Bouwmeester Smith, some good scouts there. I'm not going to lie, though, I feel like we're just being trolled at this point. As you can see, the Maple Leafs are Stanley Cup champions again. They didn't beat us this time, at least, but yeah, that's... I can't believe 3 first-round exits for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Like, I was talking multiple cups for this cup or bust, which is why we had like a punishment for not winning the cup every year. It's kind of insane. So they actually sweep the Blue Jackets. Talk about trolling. And Boston beat, or no, actually they beat Buffalo, who beat us, of course, in 6. LA Kings is who they beat in 6. How are the Kings there? Kings 7 against Colorado, probably a good series. 7 against the Jets. Sweep the Ducks and then lose to Toronto. I don't know, like our team, at least one of the 3 years, you'd think we would have made it to the first round. The best year is actually the first year, went 7 with the Leafs. And I don't even think that was our best year. Like, we kept the core. The core got better. We had Sebastian Aho on the second line there. I totally forgot to check the awards. I'm just that much in disarray. So, let's take a look here. Obviously, we know all those. Player awards, Line cleaning up. Doughty, James Norris, Kane, Lady Bing. Bracco got the Calder, got traded to the Capitals. Okay, you don't see that usually. That's pretty cool. Anderson, Conn Smythe. Kincaid, the Vezina. Again, I don't know how you got to an 89. Bobrovsky there, William M. Jennings. Anderson, Bill Masterson, O'Reilly, Selke again. Line Ted Lindsay, Kane, Reese Shard. AHL, I think we missed the AHL playoffs every single year, which is fine. NHL team's good. AHL team's going to suffer. It just sucks. Couldn't even get out of the first round. Josh Norris, most points. Brable U, MVP. Okay, there we go. We'll have to check how good he did. Cole Caulfield, most goals. Newhook, outstanding rookie. How's he a rookie that late? Bouwmeester, best defenseman. Smith, best goalie. Halak. Brable U, sportsmanship. So we're getting some awards here in the 3rd year. With the AHL. Oh, wow, he actually had 70 points. So he'd probably be a decent player for us. next year. 70 points, 76 games, almost a point per game. Didn't actually grow at all. 24, he's only got a couple years left, but still, a little bit of a silver lining there, something to look forward to. 5th overall as well, right? But, I mean, we have the best first line in hockey with the Kucherov, Stamkos, Point, one of the best top D pairs. I think tied for the highest rated goalie probably with Vasilevsky, and it just did not matter. Alright guys, so obviously that did not go as planned. Probably one of the most unlucky franchise modes I've ever done all 3 years. Like, that's probably the most unlucky cover bust yet. So, I cut this thing open. I'm really hoping it's not, like, too bad. Obviously, it's a Tampa Bay Lightning. This is a lot better than Lightning, but, here you go. You can see the thumb there. I like, psyched myself out. I already know it's gonna be bad. Oh, yeah, there's one. There's 2. Oh, my God. Okay, I'll do... That's 3. The first one kind of was, like, really quick. I'm gonna hold it down as long as I can. That'll be my punishment. For no Stanley Cup, it's a Tampa Bay Lightning. Pretty embarrassing. Here we go. Oh, my God. It, like, stopped at a certain point, but... Okay. Yeah, that'll be fun, I guess. I can't return to the store, but... I still can't believe that. Hopefully, guys enjoyed watching that. The next one's gonna be the Maple Leafs out next week. It'd be so fitting if, like, watch when we're the Maple Leafs, Tampa Bay wins 2 cups in 3 years. Like, I can't wait for that to happen. Hopefully, like I said, you guys enjoyed this one either way. If you did, leave that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do that. And as always, guys, thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.